Hello. Hi, my name is Alex Podoprihara. I'm here representing a company called M2E. We've been working on this product for some time, and I would like to share with you our experience, and I would like to tell you the M2E story. But before I begin, I would like to ask you a couple of questions to kind of get a feeling of the audience. How many of you know what the M2E Pro is? And how many of you have used M2E? Okay, and of those who have used M2E, how many of you think it's a good product? And how many of you think this product needs a lot of improvement? Oh, come on, guys. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, okay, thanks a lot for your feedback, and as we later will see, getting customer feedback is very, very important. So our agenda for today is very, very simple. I'm going to give you a little bit of background information about how our company has evolved, and then we're going to look in detail in 4 main key lessons we have learned throughout this journey. And I think those lessons will be quite useful for any developer operating in this field. And also, I don't think I'm going to give you a formula of success today, but we will put some framework together, this is for sure. How it's all started. We started about 8 years ago. We are a Ukraine-based company, and we've been working on the various projects utilizing various technologies. As we were generalists, we have completed projects in the various areas, including web development, different kind of customizations. We've been working with ERP systems, developed some trading platforms, also delivered some warehouse management systems. Being generalist was a lot of fun for us because we had bigger and broader market to ourselves. We could follow trends. It was continuously learning process. However, this was bringing a lot of challenges. We had to do a lot of support, ongoing support for the projects we have completed in the past. We needed to maintain varied skill set, and our teams were quite large. And as we were always on the lookout for new things, around 2008 we have come across a new platform called Magento. So we tried this platform, we used it for a couple of projects, and we really, really liked it. It worked for us. In the past we had experience with eBay API development, and soon we have realized that there were no connector or extension allowing Magento customers to trade on eBay. So we decided to give it a go. And around summer 2009, the first connector was released. It was very, very simple, nothing special, no features, just a simple listing tool. And soon we have realized that there was a market, there was a demand for this product. So gradually what we have done, we have started drifting away from doing various things to concentrating on a particular product, which is M2E. This has helped us to streamline our processes. We greatly reduced our headcounts, and we have become real experts in this field. 2 years later, we were quite surprised when eBay approached us and offered us a partnership. We had a lot of good feedback on Magento Connect at that time. And since then, we have been working together closely with Magento and eBay teams to deliver our product free of charge to any merchant in the world. We have achieved about 60,000 plus downloads to date. We have over 22,000 active eBay accounts connected to our system. We manage over 7 million live listings, and we now process over 500 million of transaction volume. But what I would like to tell you, this number, 500 million, is nothing. It's just a small drop in the sea of opportunities, because eBay marketplaces and Magento has a lot of potential. And we've seen this by doing and just by talking to customers. And to unlock those opportunities, it depends on us, on developers, on yourselves. So don't be afraid, try new things, and I'm sure many of you will succeed. Because we were not the first company to enter multi-channel business, and we were kind of 10 years late, but still we made it through. Okay, so we've just talked a little bit about the company past, and now I would like to concentrate on what were the 4 main key lessons we have learned throughout this journey. Lesson number 1, select the platform. everyone would understand that for a developer or for a person starting a new project, selecting the right technology or selecting a platform is very, very important. When we were generalists, we've been using like number of different platforms, number of different technologies, and when we came across Magento, we really, really liked an architecture and philosophy behind. But what was the most important thing we liked about Magento was a community. Because in our opinion, technology and community, they create growth potential and allow you to scale up. Lesson number 2, talking to your customers. This is, I think, one of the most important lessons we have learned from our experience developing this product. When you talk to your customers, you get a lot of insights and you get a lot of interesting ideas coming out of them. And it's very interesting because every time you approach a customer and you tell them you're a developer, you get so much feedback. You sometimes even have to stop, like to pause them or to stop them from sharing with you their problems, challenges, talking about their competition. So I strongly encourage you to have better, like stronger relationship with your customers. Go out there, talk to many of them and try to pick up the patterns because people will be talking about more or less same things. Sometimes you may want to drive the conversation to kind of confirm whether your hypothesis was correct about a particular problem or not. And it's very easy to find customers. You can find customers on online forums, by attending Magento events, e-commerce events, retail conferences, and you can also just pop into your high street store and talk to your owner. Lesson number 3, solving the problem. Once you've got an idea and you want to see whether this idea is feasible or not, you need to do a little bit of homework and you need to do a little bit of research. You need to see whether a solution already exists, whether this particular solution is popular, what customers say about this solution. Very, very often, solutions may not be robust enough and may not be scalable. And there is a very, very good resource which could help you to do that. And I would say this is a very good research tool for many Magento developers. It's Magento Connect. So spend some time kind of browsing through thousands of different extensions, reading different kind of feedbacks, analyzing features, because this is always going to help you to find your niche, to find your product. And if this extension already exists, don't really get scared, because there are still many more opportunities to enhance it or to improve it or perhaps release something new. If you don't find anything, that's good. You've got new market opportunity and this whole multi-billion market is up for you for grabs. Very, very often solving a problem comes as an outside investment. Some customer may approach you and may ask you to do a specific project or to improve a specific extension. And sometimes this customer is prepared to pay for the development. But I would like to warn you, customers are very demanding now. They're very spoiled. They're always going to demand more. And be prepared to go extra mile, 2, or even 5. Lesson number 4, improving the solution. In our experience, just making a good product is just only 10% of the success. The 90% is hard daily work and daily routine, just like keeping your product going. So keep talking to your customers. Pay a lot of attention to feedback on Connect. From what we have seen, customers are quite reluctant to leave good feedback, but they're happy to criticize yourself. So this is important to understand. So for 1 good feedback, you would get 5 negatives. And you wouldn't explain this to your potential users that your product is good. However, for other good commentators, didn't have time to kind of leverage. And also keep good contacts with your high-touch customers. Because when we started, we had maybe a bunch of customers sending us emails like literally every day and criticizing like every piece of functionality, which was good. It was helping us to shape our product. And those guys are very important. Don't shut them off. Just keep listening to what they have to say. Sometimes they say right things. Not very often, but sometimes. Okay, so as we have started growing, so we thought, okay, what's the best way to kind of keeping in touch with our community? So we put together a special page where we allow our users to leave their suggestions, recommendations, or requests, feature requests in particular. And then we kind of like let it go for some time, and we let other community participants to vote. And whichever suggestion gets a lot of vote gets on our priority list. And it's important for us to see what they want first, because if we were to ask a customer which features he wanted to be implemented, he would like name about 20, and he would want those 20 to be implemented as of yesterday. So it's very important to be able to prioritize things. Okay, so we've been working with M2E project now for about 6 years. It has been a very, very hard and continuous process. We have released 3 completely different products. And I would like to talk a little bit more about that. After a couple of years since our first version launch, we had already about 900 to close to 1,000 users, live users using us daily. But we were having some doubts about the product structure. We were having some doubts about the support. So I remember with my CEO, we were having a chat, and we had also some engineers in the room. And then my CEO said, you know what, this is not going to work. Let's kill it. Let's kill it and do it again. And like engineers were not very happy. People were suggesting different approaches. But in the end, what we did, we killed the product. So version number 3 was completely new extension rewritten from scratch. So as a developer, don't be afraid of making radical decisions. Even though you have 1,000 customers using things, this doesn't mean you cannot just do it again from scratch. Because obviously learning by doing, bringing some kind of experience teaches you a lot of new things, and sometimes starting fresh helps. Version number 6, which we released last year, now has completely revamped graphic user experience, because here we were working together with our friends from eBay, talking to different people across different continents, and we have realized the product was good, but the product was complicated in terms of graphic user experience, in terms of features and functionalities. So we had to break it kind of down into parts. So we have basic mode and we have advanced mode now, and we've simplified a lot of things. To date, we have released over 50 major releases. The last one went out yesterday. And the only comment we got here during Magento Live UK is that we released too often, because the people were not quite happy because we get too many things released too often. So we are trying now to kind of like start releasing a little bit with a less frequency. And every 1 month we respond to over 1,500 emails to our customers. So what I would like to tell you, based on our experience, don't be afraid to experiment. If you see some extensions being already on Magento Connect, they shouldn't stop you from experimenting, because there are a lot of opportunities to improve, and most importantly, competition is good, because competition sets up very, very high standards. And it makes everyone happy, because there will be more people competing, products will be better, customers will have more choice. And if customers have more choice, Magento community and Magento's platform will be becoming more popular and will be growing, growing, and growing. And don't forget, being small is a very, very good thing, because at M2E, sometimes it takes about 20 minutes from new idea being put into development, and about 1 week this idea to hit the release. So this is basically it. Thanks for your time, and happy coding.
Let's take this opportunity. Anybody have any questions from the audience?